today's lesson is about graphing lines, linear. So linear means lines. And quadratics. Quadratics means what again? What shape? Parabolas. So lines and parabolas. And we're going to see how they cross. So you have to be able to identify which one of these is a line. Which one is a line? The first one or second one? First one. Now, I would bet that the Regents will give you one like this because for some reason they love those horizontal and vertical lines because kids struggle with them. Is that a horizontal or a vertical? Horizontal. It's opposite. What do you think? Y equal lines. You're going to think vertical. You got to change your brain and say, no, it is horizontal. So if you tell me horizontal line, that's all the work you need to show. If you don't remember that it's a horizontal line, that's fine. You either got to tell me M equals, B equals, or give me a table. That's the 3 ways the Regents will accept the work for that. Like in your algebra set that was due, some of you lost points because you did not show M equals B equals. You have to show something. Okay? I will do it all these different ways. Here, there is no M. The M is 0 over 1. The B is negative 4. When I plug this into my calculator in a minute, you will see that this says Y is always negative 4 for any X that you want to pick. So either way, any of those 3 ways are fine. If you know it's a horizontal line, just write horizontal line. So this means it goes through negative 4, and it is, and you got to label Y equals negative 4. Oop, I have it. That's a big Y there, equals negative 4. Now, do you see how I used my straight edge on the computer? You have to use a ruler. There'll be people grading your test on the Regents. They'll have a ruler there. If it looks like you freehand drew it, you get a point off. Okay? You have to use a ruler. Of course, with the next one, this is our quadratic. You do not have to use a ruler. Every time I notice that it's a quadratic, I always put a box in the middle. When I put a box in the middle, that reminds me it's going to have a pattern. I have to look for a pattern. So let's plug it in your calculator. Go to Y equals, clear it out, X squared minus 4. I want everyone to plug in their calculator and show it to me. Lift up your calculators and show it. Some of you aren't plugging them in. Come on. X squared minus 4. And then hit graph. I want to see everybody's parabola. Good. Hit zoom 6 on yours. Do you know where the zoom button is? Yes. Good. Let me see. Good. Okay. Come on, Jack. Good. You got it, John? Got your parabola in here? Do you have it?
Arigato.
Oh, you're good. Good, John. You know I'm recording. Jack knows I'm recording, so he's being fresh. Go ahead. Put it in. In table, find our pattern. There it is. From negative 3 to positive 3. So negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. 5, 0, negative 3, negative 4. 5, 0, negative 3, negative 4. Then you're going to just repeat yourself going backwards. Negative 3, 0, 5. Now, even though this question is not asking me this box in the middle, you should say, oh, this is my turning point or my vertex, and this part is my axis of symmetry. If you write that on every problem, it will help you remember for your test. This part is my axis of symmetry. The whole 0, negative 4 is my turning point. Again, the problem didn't ask that, but it's good to practice. All right, so let's go and graph it. Over negative 3 to the left, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over negative 2, up 0. Negative 1 to the left, down 1, 2, 3. Over 0, down negative 4. I'm making that point a little larger. 1, down negative 3, 2, 0, over 3, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw your arrows. Oh, that would be a, let me fix that. Y equals x squared minus 4. So the point where they intersect, 0, negative 4, I happen to already have it here, that is my solution. So I'm going to put an arrow that it's also, it just happened to be my solution. The vertex happened to be where my line and my parabola crossed. Okay, now that you have that plugged in, has everybody already graphed that, or do you need a minute? Everybody good? Okay, go back to your calculator, go to y equals, go down to y2, and I want you to plug in y equals negative 4. And I just want you to look, there you go, that's what it'll, second in table, and look at, if you look at the y's, where the y's match at 0, negative 4, does everybody see that? That's how you know that's your solution. Okay? And if you see that y2, see how it gave you that nice little table over there that I was telling you about for the line? All right. Let's do the second one. Which one is the line, the first one or the second one? The first one. So this one I could do either m equals, b equals, or I could do a little xy chart if I wanted to, either way. Okay? The m and b on this one are both 1. Does everyone see that? The number in front of x is 1, so I'm going to change it to a fraction, 1 over 1, and I'm going to begin 1 on the y-axis. Many of you are not beginning on the y-axis, you're beginning on the x. That's why you're not graphing them right. So begin on the y and up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Get your ruler. Draw your straight line. You have to be very accurate with these because in order for that parabola and line to cross sometimes, it's really tricky. Okay? Everybody got that? If I wanted to do a little table, you could do it really in your head. If I plug a 0 in for x, it'll be 1. If I put a 1 in for x, it'll be 2. A 2 would give me a 3. You could do that if you'd like. It doesn't matter. You have to do one or the other. Now, with the parabola, you have no choice. You have to do a chart. X, Y, put your box in the middle. Now, this is what I want you all to do now. Plug that x squared plus 2 in your calculator. I want you all to find the pattern. I'm going to come around and I want to see everybody showing me your patterns this time. Go ahead, plug x squared plus 2 in your calculator. Okay, so there's your pattern. Everybody should have gotten that on their calculator. Go ahead and graph it. So over negative 3, up 11. Left negative 2, up to 6. Left negative 1, up to 3. Over 0, up 2. I'm making that dot a little bigger. That's our intersection. Over 1, up 3. Over 2, up to 6. Right 3, up 11. Make a smooth curve. Arrows at the end. Label your parabola and your line. And the intersection or solution is 0, 1. All right. So the solution on this one is now no solution because this one, 0, 2, I graphed it wrong initially. So 0, 2 is right here. And so this one does not intersect, no solution. Okay. The last one, which one is the line? The first one or the second one? Second one. So we're going to do M and B. M equals, B equals. What's my M on this one? Let's see. see. Maddie, what's my m? What's in front of the x? -2. I'm going to make it a fraction, so I'm going to put it over 1. And I'm going to begin at 1. So we're going to begin at 1. We're going to go down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. Get your straight edge. This one you have to be very accurate on. There you go. And then put your parabola in here, or your quadratic. Make your box in the middle. I think you guys could do this, finish this one on your own. Go ahead and try it. There's a little trick to it. So my pattern went from -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and graph that. Erin, just do a couple of these if you can. Okay. I'll try. And it was 0, -5, -8, -9. So 0, -5, -8, -9, -8, -5, 0. All right, so -2, 0, -1, -5, 0, -8, 1, -9, 2, -8, 3, -5. I'm making that one a little bit bigger because that intersects, and 4, 0. So now when I do my curve here, it looks like there's only one solution, but that's not correct. Yeah. 3, -5 is one of the solutions, but I have to extend my parabola on both sides, and it looks like I drew that not well. I'm going to guesstimate that it looks like it's going to be -4, -7. But when I go to my calculator to be sure, I'm going to go, I put in my first parabola and then I put in my line. And I want to see where the y's match. So I'm going to go up to the negatives and find where my y's match. Oh, I was wrong. It was -3, 7. Does everyone see that? That's why it's important to plug it into your calculator. -3, 7. So -3 up to 7. Oh, even though I drew it a little, there we go. That looks better. And label your parabola and your line. So this sentence here at the bottom, it says if you have a system with one linear and one quadratic, you can have how many solutions? It can cross how many times? We saw that it crossed 0 times, and then once, and then this one was twice. Okay, that's it. You have practice.